Hey, Coach. Obviously Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, number one offense, number one passing offense. What are some of the key points that you're giving your guys this week that you guys really have to watch out for? What makes them such a challenge?
There's a lot of stuff, you know. Um, I think the biggest focus when you play a team like this is that it's about how you execute. There's some different things, that you want to do to try to take away some of the stuff they do well. But the biggest thing for us is everybody doing their job and really just executing the defensive plan, to be honest with you.
What is so impressive about what Dak's been able to do, and just how much of a threat is he not only with his arm but with his legs?
He's really, I coached against him last time, it was a couple of years ago. But he reminds me from how he runs the offense like a Phillip Rivers. He does a lot of checks at the line of scrimmage, just getting him into the, proper runs and the right, pass routes. He's really developed. When you watch him, he has complete command of the offense. He's throwing the ball with accuracy. And then when you cover him and you do it all right, then he runs. So, he's really doing a good job. We're going to have our hands full.
Thanks, Nate. We'll go to Dan Lobby for our next question.
Hey, Coach, it looked like this last game in particular, you guys moved Miles around a lot. And I know you did it against Cincinnati too. Mm-hmm. That versatility to kind of play him anywhere, even inside sometimes, how does that kind of help that defensive line?
It really helps because, offensively, teams are going to plan for him. So when you move them around, if they plan on sliding the protection to him or, chipping him, when you move him around, it creates problems for them because they don't know exactly where he's going to be. And it also gives our other guys an opportunity to get some one-on-ones. So moving around has been beneficial for us, so we're going to continue to do
that. Does he kind of have the freedom to kind of decide where he wants to line up on particular plays?
No. No, we control that. So yeah, we have good plans. Coach Kiffin does a good job coming up with just different creative ways to get Miles free, but also to get our D line free as well.
Thanks.
Thank you, Dan. We'll go to Mary Kay Cabot for our next question.
Hey, Coach. It looks like maybe Zeke really hasn't kind of gotten untracked yet, or really had sort of his breakout game. What's so good about Zeke? What are you guys expecting from him? And can you maybe not necessarily be lulled into a false sense of security with the numbers so far?
Yeah, I promise you that is not the case. we know we have a big challenge ahead of us. And when you watch his runs, guys will hit him at the line of scrimmage, but when the run's over, it's 9 yards, 10 yards, 12 yards. So he hasn't really, gotten a big one that everybody's looking for consistently. But all his runs he's getting good chunks of yards. So he's he runs with good balance. He has power. So we really have to get a lot of guys to the ball and gang tackle him. And we definitely don't want this game to be his breakout game.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary Kay. Nate Ulrich.
Joe, have you gotten any sense from Myles Garrett about what this means to him going back home to Arlington, Texas to play? Have you talked about it with him at all?
He hasn't said anything about it. I don't know if he's talked to the guys on the team about it, but he hasn't said anything to me at this point. I just think he's looking forward to the challenge of playing a really good football team.
Tony Grossi, you have our next question.
Hi, Joe. We know their top three receivers over there in Dallas are dangerous. Then they spring to Cedric Wilson in the last game. And you got a situation with Denzel not practicing and Greedy not playing yet. How much do those four wides really tax your cornerback situation at this point in time?
It creates issues. You have to account for it and just have something prepared if they want to come out and do that. So we'll be ready, for that. But yeah, some of the receivers you see is just watching who's 11. You see him making big plays. Like, who's that guy? I know about the other guys, but they're very deep at receiver. They're very talented. But that's the NFL. I've coached DBs for a long time. You don't get a break. So it's the next challenge. Our guys have stepped up and played well. So, they'll look forward to the challenge, and hopefully we can play well.
And the promotion of Jovan Moffett, what caused that? What led to that? And do you see a need there for him to swing into action?
Yeah, that's a better question for AB. From our standpoint, defensively, we like who he is as a young player. He has versatility, played multiple positions for us throughout training camp, so we feel like he has a bright future. And you never know with injuries and things of that nature. He may have to be a guy that we bring up, sooner than later.
Thank you.
Mary Kay, back to you.
Speaking of Denzel, how challenging is it to game plan for a team like this, knowing, first of all, not knowing for sure if Denzel is going to be able to play, and then just the whole notion of a groin injury with a cornerback, and just knowing that he really needs to be able to run, and how tough is this to try to go into this game not knowing what you have or what you don't have?
Yeah, hopefully he's fine. We're going to get him out on the field today. So I know he battled through some injuries in training camp, some little nagging injuries, also the last game. So I think if we can get him out there in the next 2 days and he moves around pretty well, that'll bode well for us. But, if he's not available, it's just next man up. I mean, that's all you can really say, because you can't protect everybody. You just have to go in with a good scheme and put guys in the best position you feel they can have success.
How did KJ do in his first action last week?
He had a little rust. There was a little rust. So, but he did some good things. He just hasn't played in a long time. So getting back out there, just getting a feel for the speed of the game. He did some good things, but he'll definitely make some improvements going into this week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Kay. We'll go to Scott Petrick.
Hey, Joe, what about Mac Wilson? Was he able to shake off enough, and do you think you'll be able to get more reps out of him this week?
Yeah, that's the plan, is to get him more reps. So we have a plan for him in base, also in sub defense. With those guys coming back, we really didn't want to put too much on them. Kevin probably got a few more reps than we would like for him to have when Greedy came out, or excuse me, when Denzel came out. But we'll definitely get Mac some more reps this week.
Back to Nate Ulrich.
Hey, Joe, another playing time question. I know we asked you about Ronnie Harrison last week. What are the challenges he's facing in carving out more playing time and a bigger role?
Yeah, we're moving in that direction. It's just his comfort with the defense. He's picking it up pretty fast. He's very intelligent. But it's really just the game reps, getting him out there, because game's a lot different than practice. But we do have a plan to get him on the field more, kind of evaluate where he's at, and just hopefully we can continue to do that and make him more part of our defense.
Last call for questions for Coach. We can take one more. All right, looks like we're all set. Thanks for the time today, Coach Woods.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. You have a great day.